And from there, just gradually start transitioning the attention to the breathing. And just noticing that expansion as you're breathing in, the release as you're breathing out. Gradually, you can start expanding the inhale and expanding the exhale. Just feeling the rib cage opening to all directions, to the front, to the sides, to the back. And as you're breathing, you're finding that sense of spaciousness. Finding that sense of effortlessness. In your own way, you can start bringing the body back to a more active state. Well, not necessarily active, maybe just awake. So little stretches, arms and legs, little twists and rotations to your wrists and ankles, a little movement to your fingers and toes, a little stretch here and there, a little twist. Nothing major, but just that much so that you can feel the body becoming a bit active, waking up. And as you're doing that, you're also checking in with any injuries, anything that your body's going through today, right now, anything that you'd like to protect or assist, any concern or, any interest, any area of interest that you'd like to explore. All is open. Just make sure you take care of your body. And eventually just go ahead and bring your knees all the way in, close to the chest. Give them a hug. Just gently squeezing your knees all the way in towards the chest. And you're breathing. The 3. And 2. And 1. Inhale. On the exhale, we're lifting the head. Forehead coming up towards your knees. And again, here we're staying nice and tight. 3. And 2. And 1. Breathing in. On the exhale, we're letting it release. Head comes all the way back down. Both legs are going to roll over to your left. Right arm opening to the right. Eyes turning to look to the right. Just take your time breathing where you are. It might feel a bit stiff to begin with, but give it some time, give it some space, and you will feel it changing. If you need support under your right shoulder, you can get anything from a cushion, a jacket, a book, a block. Just make sure that if your shoulder is floating and you feel like you're pressing it down or it feels really unsupported where it is, just make sure to place something underneath. And we're breathing softly. And as you're breathing, you feel that rib cage expanding. And even though it's in this weird position, you can still feel the expansion and you can still open up, allowing space for the lungs to fill with air. And with each breath, we're gently massaging our internal organs within the abdominal area. And just taking a moment and take a last check, running all the way from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. And as you're scanning through, you're just noticing if there's any tension, any holding, anything that you could do a bit less, maybe. Three, and two, and one, breathing in. And on the exhale, softly, just start rolling all the way back to the center. Knees coming all the way in again, inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to lift the head, forehead coming all the way up towards the knees, holding it. For three. Nice soft breaths here, two. And one, inhale. On the exhale, we're releasing, head comes all the way back down. And we're going to bring both knees, both legs and knees, of course, to the right. And open the left arm to the left. Eyes turning to look over to the left. Allowing both shoulders to release. Remembering to place any cushioning or support under your left shoulder. And again, we're staying with the breath. Following the movement of the breath. allowing the expansion. And keeping in mind that as we breathe, we're assisting the digestive system by gently massaging the intestines and the organs of the abdomen. That's lovely. Breathing in and deep breath out. Breathing in, deep breath out. Last one, deep breath. And breathing out. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're coming all the way back to center. Nice. And we're going to place both feet onto the floor. Try to keep your feet quite close to the body and make sure that your feet have good contact with the floor underneath, so the whole foot is connected. You can keep your hands on either side of the pelvis. And we're going to go for 5 half bridges. And as we do that, we're going to take the arms all the way back as well. So whenever you're ready, inhale, gently lifting the pelvis, letting the arms reach all the way back. And exhale, coming all the way down again. Inhale, engaging the glutes, lifting the pelvis, arms go back. Exhale, coming all the way where we started. Inhale, reaching up, arms go back. Exhale, traveling down again. 2 to go. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, traveling down. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, let it travel down. Nice. Bring your knees all the way in, gently rolling from side to side. Lovely. Finding center. Inhale, squeezing your knees in, flexing your feet, and softly, smoothly from there, just go ahead and extend both legs all the way up. Trying to keep your feet flexed. The more you've got them flexed, the more the stretch along the back of the leg. Again, you can use any props, such as your strap wrapped around the balls of the toes. Shoulders relaxed, head heavy. Just allowing that very, very mild inversion to work its magic. Holding there for 3. And 2. And 1. Breathing in. On the exhale, softly bending your knees, bring them all the way in. And this time, just gently rolling over to one side. I'm going to turn to one side and all the way to the table pose on your hands and knees. Spreading the fingers wide. Just take a moment noticing how your wrists feel today. If you feel that they're a bit fragile, you can always come onto your fists or even your fingertips. Just see how it feels. Just a general tip for the wrists is to keep the fingers spread wide, so that opens the base and allows the weight to be transitioned and spread across a wider area. So from there, let's go for our cat-cows. Very, very slow, very smooth at your own time, which is a time guided by your breath. With the inhale, we're opening, pelvis drops, eyes turn to look out. With the exhale, we're attacking the tail and we're sending the pelvis, the back. So just carry on your own time, really, for a few times. I'll let you know when to stop. Just remember that as you're following that pattern, that movement, you're exploring your full range of motion, especially of the pelvis and of your rib cage. Allowing the pelvis to drop, going for full lordosis, and also allowing the rib cage to draw all the way back, going for full kyphosis. Inhale, opening, exhale, closing. And just carry on really following the pattern of your breath. Very nice. Coming, finding center. You're good. And from here, we're going to bring the big toes together and open the knees to the width of the mat. And then go ahead and sit back onto your heels and let the arms extend all the way to the front. A bit wider child's pose. Just holding it there. Making sure that your forehead stays down. And from there, just come and place the palms of your hands together as the arms are extended beyond your head. So hands coming together. And from there, we're going to bend the elbows and try to bring the hands, let's say, in that area between your shoulder blades on your back. So hands staying as much together as possible. Elbows bend. And our hands reach back, let's say on the base of the neck or something. Same for 3. And 2. And 1, breathing in. On the exhale, softly releasing the arms, bringing the hands under the shoulders, pushing through the hands, coming all the way back to the table. Let's go for the heart opening salutation to the earth. And so from there, pelvis stays right on top of your knees. Forearms coming all the way down. And from there, without moving the pelvis, we're going to extend the arms all the way to the front, as far as they go. aiming for the forehead to reach down. But if you find that this takes you deeper, you can place your chin onto the floor. Now, if you find that this creates a tension on the back of your neck, you can always turn your head to one side and let the whole shoulder and chest area melt. Stay with your breath here. Try to tune in to the out breath. Imagining with every out breath, you're just melting. The whole body is letting go. Three and two and one. And softly, you're going to start coming back all the way back to the table and going for a couple of cat-cows again, just to restore the balance. Inhale, opening. Exhale, going back. Inhale, open. Exhale, back. Last one, inhale, open. And exhale, back. Nice. Finding center. And from there, just go ahead and walk yourself with your hands all the way back so you can sit on your heels. Maybe you'd like here to fold your mat once or twice. And when you're ready, we're going to stand onto the knees. Nice. From there, we're going to go for 10 very gentle camel poses. So hands on your back. And inhale, tucking your chin in, opening, going back. Exhale, finding center. Inhale, back. Exhale, two. Inhale, back. Exhale, three. Inhale, back. Exhale, four. Inhale, back. Exhale, five. Inhale, back. Exhale, six. Inhale, back. Exhale, seven. Inhale, back. Exhale, eight. That's our last one. Exhale, nine. Now one more. Inhale, back. Exhale, 10. Great. And let it all release. Hands staying close to your feet. And let the head drop down to the child's pose. And just stay there, breathing softly. Inhale. And on the exhale, just start rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Great. Coming all the way to the table, letting both legs extend. And from there, bending the knees. So extending all the way back to the plank. Sorry. And from there, bending the knees and softly bending the elbows, allowing the body to come down. Lovely. From there, just coming and placing your forearms onto the ground. Think of your elbows staying under your shoulders. And just think of the chest opening, the space across your shoulders opening, the space across the chest opening. And just stay. Optional here to extend the arms where you are, or to walk your hands towards the corners of your mat. But whichever one you're choosing, make sure that your spine stays relaxed. You're not pressing down the spine. There's no pain, there's no tension at all. There's no squeezing. It's just a sense of lengthening and opening. 3 and 2 and 1. Very good. Letting both elbows bend again as we're coming down. And now we can bring the big toes together. Let your heels open to the sides. And let your head turn onto one side, letting your head rest onto your hands. And from there, letting the head come back to center and your feet come back to center. And we're going to open the right arm to the side. So starting from there, right arm opens to the right. And we're going to bend the left knee. So the left foot points up towards the ceiling. And from there, we're just gently going to lift the left knee off the ground. And we're going to start rotating the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, rotating outwards. So we're aiming to place that left foot all the way down to the ground onto our right side. So the pelvis does an outward rotation to the left side of the pelvis does an outward rotation. Right arm staying to the right, out of the way, so we're not squeezing that right shoulder. And your left hand can be anywhere. It can do anything at once. It can stay under your head for support. The most important thing is that you're outwardly rotating that left side of the pelvis so it can guide your left foot all the way over to the other side. And staying there for 3. And 2. And 1. Inhale. On the exhale, we're gonna lift off again that left leg and let the left side of the pelvis come back to its center. And we're all the way down again, facing down. Once more, you can bring the big toes together and let the heels open outwards. Then you can turn the face, the head sideways, letting it rest. Staying there for 3. And 2. And 1. Nice. Coming all the way back to the center. And let's reset to take it over to the other side. So from there, left arm opens to the left. We're going to bend the right knee. So the right foot points all the way up towards the ceiling. And from there, we're going to lift the right knee all the way up so that the right side of the pelvis lifts off. And we're going to go for an outward, an external rotation of the right side of the pelvis, guiding our right foot all the way over to our left side. If you don't have enough space, adjust or relocate to an area that there is a bit more space for that. And once you find your location, just stay there for a few breaths. Making sure that you're not tensing the body. That's very, very important. Everything you do is soft, gentle, and taking into account your limits. Also, this is meant to be a pleasurable session. So make sure you do not proceed to anything that doesn't feel right, to anything that feels forced or over the limits. Those are only suggestions, always. Three, 2, and 1. Breathing in. On the exhale, we're gonna return that right knee all the way back to the center, letting the right side of the pelvis come back to the ground again. Big toes coming together, heels opening to the sides, letting the lower back reset, and just letting one side of the head turn to one side. Nice deep breath. And on the exhale, we're just releasing, coming all the way back to center, hands under your shoulders, and just gently bring it all the way back to the table. Finding hands and knees onto the floor, going for a couple of cat-cows again. So inhale, opening, looking out. Exhale, taking the tail, going back. Inhale, opening. Exhale, back. Inhale, open. Exhale, back. The last one, inhale, open. And exhale, back. Lovely. Finding your center there, tucking your toes under, knees coming off the ground. Good. And from there, very, very gently pushing through the hands and allowing the shoulders to rotate as you're bringing your torso closer and closer towards your thighs. And just stay there. Very good. And from there, taking your time, just gently pedaling the knees. In your own time, at any point you can go down to your child's pose again, take a little break, and come and bring it back up. But for now, just pedaling the knees, gently extending each leg at a time. And eventually, just moving to your downward dog, both legs extended, heels dropping down towards the ground. Again, at any point you can come down and bring it up again whenever you're ready. And from there, inhale, looking forwards, start walking towards your hands. And exhale, release, coming down in a forward fold. Heavy head, heavy arms, allowing the legs to be as extended as they feel like. Your knees as bent as they feel like. Breathing in. And on the exhale, softly just bending your knees. Let them bend quite a lot so your body can rest onto your thighs. heavy head, heavy arms. And from there, we're going to start rolling up very, very slowly. The head is going to come all the way up at the very end. Just slowly, gradually unfolding all the way up to standing. Nice. And just finding your feet where you are. Allowing your knees to stay soft. Your spine lengthening, your shoulders releasing, your arms heavy on either side. Head balancing right on the top of the spine. Let's go for a half salutation to conclude the practice. So inhale, arms rising up. Exhale, bring it all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, back opens parallel. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, rising up, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to chest. Inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale, down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, back opens. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rising up, reaching up. Exhale, hands to chest. Last one. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, reach. Exhale, hands to chest. Nice. That's lovely. Bring it all the way down to a nice, comfortable position for the next couple of minutes. Making sure your whole body is comfortable. Making sure you're warm. Just finding space for your body. And just start with a gentle scan down. All the way from the crown of the head to the soles of your feet. As you're scanning through, you're just noticing if there's anything that holds tension, if there's any sore part of the body. And for all that, your response would be to breathe deep and breathe out even deeper. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, softening. Finding space for the whole body. And then just tuning in. Finding the breath. Finding that gentle rise and fall. Nothing to do right. Just being there. At your own time, you can start bringing everything back as you reintroduce your body, your mind to the surroundings. And you can either use small moves or just a mental scan through to reintroduce the body into the day. Eventually just rolling all the way over to one side and up to sitting. Finding your sitting bones where you are. Finding that nice length through the spine and open space across your chest. And taking a deep breath, arms reaching up, open, embrace, connect. And exhale, finding center, hands to chest. Finding balance, finding support, finding space within. Inhale, opening eyes, minds, hearts. And thank you very, very much for joining today. Have a lovely rest of the day. And I'll see you next time.